Hi, beautiful beings. Emily with Violet Rays Jane. Welcome back. We're here to bring it to light. So many messages for you. I'm sorry for the delay. With the 7-7 portal, there was so much that happened with the Twin Flame Collective. So let's get started. I want to give you a little bit of the information that I got just prior to the 7-7. There was a lot of glitches going on because this is the rise of the kings and the Great Awakening. It was the last kind of shakeup of the storm before the storm, of disclosure of what's happening. The 13 are uniting. The 13, you believe there was 12, but there is 13. We have been separated, the Essenes and the Knights Templars. This was the beginning of it all, where we separated, okay? When the Twin Flame Collective began to awaken, the three groups of volunteers back in the 60s and 70s, the twins were here to unite each other, to activate one another, to remind each of you of the gods within yourself. A little explanation that came through clearly recently that I thought I would share with you also, what a twin flame really is. The twin flames are the creator gods right from source. We journeyed from source creation through the planets, through Lyra, we've lived through all these star systems, okay? We've been training for millions, if not trillions of years to get to Earth, training within this recycling prison planet in order to get ready for this very moment. Twins carry a bigger fragment of source. We have lived so many lifetimes that this is our last life. When we journeyed back, we have been through the hardest struggle there is because we are clearing all karma, but as well as we are here to help transmute the collective karma of this planet. Each of us are now coming into our own inner union. This means that we will have the ability to completely see through time as no time now exists. We're in a time of no space-time. A lot of rest is needed as well during this time. So the 7-7 gateway was the twin flame portal. This we have entered now. So if you were not going to go forward, if you chose to stay in the third dimension, something is going to happen to either shake you up to get on the bus because the door is closing, or you have resigned your position. You will either be offered a walk-in soul to take over your mission, or it will be given to another part of your, another soul family member in your monadic group. Now, the lovers uniting is huge because this is where we cannot be stopped ever again. We are now collaborating, but in smaller numbers. So we are coming into our small core groups. Okay? It's no longer about big, massive meditations and global awakening. The teams that are uniting now are here to support those that are already awakened. They're already there and open, blown wide open, ready to access their magic. We are ready to face ourselves fully in the mirror. This is what this is. This is what twin flames are for. We are mirror souls. So as we face ourselves, when you meet us, you then are given that opportunity to do the same and get activated. I'm going to do some cards as well because over the weekend I want to share some stories. So I was called like a bolt of lightning to head to the desert, okay? I'm on the coast in California. What had happened was I bolted to Joshua Tree. I was there for one night, and then I bolted to Arizona, actually, to Lake Havasu. There, I felt heaven on earth, okay? I saw people playing. I felt the light energy of childlike innocence. And on my way from Joshua Tree to Arizona, I had a profound experience. And this is of the many, but they are getting more and more and closer together. Meaning, union is coming. So, if this resonates for you, let me just explain a little bit. As I was driving, I started channeling immediately after speaking with a friend, and I was able to see inside his soul dream, which if you have a reading with me, that's what I'm able to do. I can see inside your soul dream, aka like the Akashic Records, okay? I can also rewrite the Akashic Records. We have those abilities. I started feeling absolute divine love overtake my body, and I was looking around. I could see mountains and vast desert expanse, but what I could see in my mind's eye was everyone's dream, the collective dream, every single person on this planet, every dream that they ever had in this big giant space that I was driving through. It was a vortex of no time of all the dreams of humanity. The divine love that I felt, the love of God, overtook me. It was again an activation for me personally, but also for me to share with you what we had just gone through. The dreams of humanity are awakening. This is also because the divine masculines have stepped in. The last 2 weeks, I have had my inner masculine step in. It's like I'm talking to myself inside my head, but it's a different voice. So it's like my voice, and then I hear his voice guiding me, supporting me, with me. I've actually never felt stronger and more clear and concise than I have now after all we have been through. As a twin flame, I want you to understand this. Your role here is of utmost importance. Please don't give up. If you are going through fucking hell right now, that's because the underworld is trying to trap you from ascending. You will not fail. There is no failure. So mentioning about those twins that are stuck in the 3D, there are some that did not make it. It's okay. I myself in 2019 had an opportunity for a walk-in when I almost exited this planet. Most twins have had multiple near-death experiences or trying to kill ourselves multiple times, as well as just disassociating. My thing was I was out of body, completely disembodied, and I could not hold the frequency of that which I am in this vessel. This vessel, no matter how much I tried to clear and cleanse and detox and heal my traumas, I could not hold that energy, because as soon as I got that energy, I would have demonic attacks that you can't even believe. In future videos, I will get more into this, into more what those shadow entities look like, how to deal with them yourself, how to clear yourself. So moving forward, I have the Re-Rise community meeting every Wednesday, and this is what I'm moving towards. That the X-Men, it's your time to come in. Let's work together and clean, clear, heal, and step into abundance together. This frequency of each of us healing, our lights being fully on, embodying more of God's love, which, think of it, an angelic being, ascended master, source created love of the divine. Twin flames come with a bigger fragment of source. So to hold that energy within our body has been torturous, because the dimensional frequency here is too low to carry us all in a body. Now we are ascending to a higher frequency. Therefore, that's how the twins can come into union, because this is how I'm going to explain it. Things are starting to move in the room. I am a violet ray. Violet is one of the color frequencies that has been missing from this planet. I work alongside the blue ray starseeds, the blue rays, which are fragments of Archangel Michael. The creator gods that we are, the twin flames, that came way back here from source. We went through all the different planets. As we got into here, as we sent our rays of light, we came through the sun, hence the children of the sun. We came through the rays of the sun into the atmosphere of this planet. Now, because the density was so low, not all of each of our rays could enter and land in a body. Therefore, we've been missing the other parts of our ray for thousands or millions of years. Now, as the frequency ascends, we're able to get those parts of us. So now, this month in my community, we're doing ancestral healing, because this is it. Now we're going to be able to rid these ancient beings, shadow entities that have been attached to our ancestors with all the trauma, all the war, all the suffering, all the tumultuous hell that they have lived in this underworld planet. We are clearing them, and then our ancestors will be set free to move forward with us. Our teams unite. Our ancestors are us. All those other, the spirit beings with us are another us, are us. So my ancestors live within every cell of all of my DNA that now I will be able to have access to. So there's strengths, there's powers, there's everything that we need, that we've been through lifetime after lifetime in order to conquer this world and bring it back to light. The divine masculines are really stepping it up right now. So they had just previously faced a tower moment. They are not quite sure what they are going through, I believe. 50 to 60, I would say more like 40% I'm seeing, 35 to 40% of them that are consciously awake, that know what they're going through, that are getting ready to step into their king role, are then going to step and stand beside the feminine. The feminines have been guiding them for a long time. We have felt very, very alone in this, but we had to carry that weight because they're coming in now to help us carry the rest. A lot of the, I want to say, karmic relationships are coming back loud. Be discerning. Do not let anyone entangle you at this point. As you become one with God, nothing external is needed. So as a divine masculine, when you meet a divine feminine, if her commitment is to God itself, and she's not attached to you, you will forever be chasing her, or vice versa. But when you commit to God yourself, you don't need to chase her. You're both committed to God, and then you come into union. There is no more fear. The masculines are getting, I want to say, taunted right now. They're really going through it and breaking their beliefs to how to be outside the system fully. In the dynamics of finances and work and living, they're ready to let go of it all, and it's very disruptive to their mental health right now. They're feeling a sense of peace because they know their feminine is there. They don't know how they're going to get to her or what they're going to do, but they're trusting. So if you're a divine masculine watching this, keep going. Your crown awaits you. You already have it. I want to say you already have the crown. It's feeling worthy to put it on. Us as feminines have, sorry, just got a little laughter in there of what we've been through. I felt like I have had a crown taken off, and then crown taken off, and then crown taken off. And it's like the demonic attacks, the distractions, the everything possible in from my environment, my living, every area, relationships, finances, breaking down, becoming a queen of resurrection from nothing was the finale of our training. So we have our crowns, but we still have had fears to wear it. Why? I notice when I go out now in the last couple of weeks, there's a lot of shapeshifters, a lot of non-source players, and I've talked about this before, and it's like I can see the world like a bloody circus. So this weekend at the 7/7, I went out to nature because I am out, I'm done with the circus. I've been holding back my information for so long because it wasn't able to be accepted. Those channelers and those spiritual, Dolores Cannon, all the ones that came out before that had absolute conviction in their work. They were part of the first wave of the awakening to set it up for the second wave, which I am a part of, and you probably are too, if not the third wave. I meet a lot of people between their ages of 25 to 35 males that are divine masculines. A lot of the feminines are my age. We're between 37 and 41-ish, 40s. So now we are coming into balance. So I want to say as a child, I would say the feminines had it pretty rough. The boys had it pretty rough. Then we both went our separate ways, went through our things, but the men had a way harder time and kept going back to sleep as the feminines continued to heal and awaken and do our work. They were doing the work in mastering the matrix as we were mastering our healing and awakening. So they have done so much work in grounding a lot of energy as we have grounded higher frequency. They have kept us grounded to do so. So we've been working together all of this time, okay? But now the masculine is coming in to do more of the heavy lifting. Because as soon as I feel my counterpart, I cry so hard in like, I'm so thankful you're here because I can rest now. I can rest now because I've got a team. I've got me, all of me. So what's happening now is I'm feeling all of me within. therefore attracting counterpart energy or other souls of the same monadic family. So we're coming in together into our small groups. In smaller numbers, you can actually make such a big difference. As well as if you're holding any groups yourself, if you're hosting any of these things, please know that it's absolute priority and responsibility to clean and cleanse yourself, clean and cleanse and pray, do prayer in ceremony with your group of people to keep everyone safe, because just because we're ascending, these dark things are wanting to pull people down to the underworld so that they cannot go with you. But it's up to us to make the decision. It is our responsibility to choose. What is life worth to you? What is love worth to you? What does it feel like if you all of a sudden aren't the same person you were yesterday? Meaning you have to be in continual acceptance of the new version of you. Meaning you're continuously moving forward in a sense of grief, yet that grief ceases. Why? Because you're so excited each day to wake up as a better version of you. Okay, holy shit. So we have reached the zenith of this ascension, okay? We are finally free to go home. And this, wow, cards are flying out all over. Okay, the Empress. The Empress. She looks very seductress-like. And that's what I want to say too. The Empress energy is here very strong, sitting back, divinely devoted to God, and that's all we have to do. There's no more interference in regards to your mission. Your mission is coming very clear now, and in fact, you can't move fast enough. But yet she's sitting back when it comes to relationship or males or karmic entanglements. She's now free. She's sitting, doing her thing, strong as ever, will not be drawn by any snake energy. Wow. Knight of Cups. So this means the Knight, the masculines. You are finally on your way. So you are also becoming clear on what the fuck am I going to do? So if you've been working in corporate jobs, if you've been struggling to put out your art or to be heard by people, you've been awake but in hiding. We all have, but I mean the feminines have come out a little bit louder first. The masculines have gone maybe either into play, they've gone back into like inner child stuff, but still the transition, say in their mission or in their location, because I do feel a lot of the masculines will move. Absolutely. You guys are getting out of Compton. You have an apartment, you have a house somewhere in the city, all of a sudden you're like, I gotta go. You're gonna make a move, you're gonna know where to, and it's gonna happen. So see, she's in the water, he's on his way. She's just keeping herself nourished, loving herself, and clean. But because it's a knight, he brings a lot of gifts. And he still has his innocence. En route to her, he will finally take his crown and put it on where it belongs. She's not worried, and he doesn't feel stressed. It's a slow movement. But I really want to express to you, to the masculines, do not get caught up in any Jezebel energy. Don't go looking for her. But you now do have that cue inside your internal cue that you know that she is out there. You will not settle for anything less. God's love is so different than human attachment and other forms of what we think is love. Really, humans don't understand the concept of love because love is unconditional. Love is, I love you so much that I would let you go if that was in both of our best interest. Love is non-attachment. Love is a sensation of feeling. When you get a Kundalini awakening, when you have a near-death experience, that love is completely different than anything you've ever felt in your life. Another part of what I wanted to say about the twins and where we're headed is we're going to be working so fast. There's going to be so much love because our soul family in our smaller groups are coming together to continue to mirror back that love within us. Prior to that, what I want to say is I've come out in just the frequency that I am, love, has really affected people in maybe negative ways where, you know, they meet me and then things start to shatter and their shadows will come out at me and attack me. Or they completely reject me, ghost me, abandon me, want me nowhere near them because of the mirror of truth they have faced. And they were not ready. And they were not ready to receive God's love. And it's not me that's doing it. I am the mirror. I'm reflecting back to them what they need to face. So if it got dark for them, if they started acting abusive towards me or acting kinds of way, jealous, these things, those are their own shadows coming out for them to face and transmute. That's up to them. And the funny thing is, I always say this, whenever I exit someone's life or something happens, like the karma is cleared and I leave, they always miss me when I'm gone. I'll say that. They miss my energy. They miss that love because finally when they're ready to receive that love, I'm gone. And the reason for that is that the understanding that they had that love within them all along, you didn't need me. You never did. Just for the activation. Just for the activation. So there's no attachment anymore. When you're so connected to Source in that way, it's like nothing external can hurt you. You may still get affected and emotional in all the ways. However, you can instantly tune back down and remember and realize your mission here. Two of Swords. Again, the masculine. You have everything. You have everything inside of you. You would never need to try to persuade us, shower us with gifts. If there's any sense inside you that does not still feel good enough, that's why it's night energy. That's what's coming to you. Because at this point, I know as a feminine, bloody, I won't take anything less than absolute king. And in fact, king energy even will make me crumble, you know, and it makes any little insecurity within me surface instantly. But being on this journey for so long, I now have tools and ways to move through that and have had my heart broken open over and over to the point where I didn't think my heart had any shatters of pieces left to break. He's sticking a rose in her face. And you don't need to do that. We will feel you miles away. We will see you on your horse before you even know we're there, but you will feel us. So I want you to trust your inner compass. I really do. After this 7/7 portal, now we're moving towards the 8/8, which is always, every single year for the last like 6-7 years, I have had profound experiences. I needed to be alone. I'm channeling. I'm getting all kinds of wild things go on, and it's usually quite a great purge on Lionsgate. Even though 2022 and all the twos and the twins uniting, I feel like it was a false flag, not gonna lie. It's almost like too expecting. 222 and the 222 and the, yeah. Guess what? We're now in 2023, halfway through, more than halfway through. It's 2 and 3, which is 5. 5 is big changes. But the 2 and the 3. So 2, good, equals, pairs, twins, cool. 2, 3, 3 is me, you, God, the Trinity. How about that? Oof. The ancestral clearing is going to be happening all this week. As I said, I'm going to be doing that in my community. And teaching you shamans, you magical beings, how to do this on the regular so that you can get to, it's just like when we're a kid and you learn to brush your teeth and how to bathe and how to say yes please and no thank you and the things. So as the X-Men are awakening and coming into our groups, I want you to realize the power that you have, and when you come in contact with other soul family, you will quickly feel it. You will learn how to excavate entities very quickly. Because as I said, they're still going to be coming in regardless of this higher frequency. They're going to be coming in because they're connected to the lower vibrational people that are not coming with us, that are holding down the old frequency so that we don't have a complete apocalypse, which everyone keeps saying that we're going to have. We need to hold down the old way, right? And things are crumbling so fast right now. Get ready. I did see a bunch of things in Ireland, actually. I saw an army there. I also saw a lot of fighting between the royals in England. Good times, guys. Is that because we're finding the children that you have been doing unspeakable things to by the thousands? We are coming for you, and we are coming to get our children back. I'm going to tell you that right now. That innocence that has been stolen is what we are resurrecting. Children are born straight. You know, as soon as they come out of the womb, they're the closest to God, right? They come pure, love, right? And that's what we're going back to, but with a sense of maturity, a sense of wisdom, okay? Twins are the oldest souls on the planet. We've been fucked over repeatedly because of our innocence, needing to be initiated after initiated after initiated to understand that, yes, our mission is this important. Yes, you're here to change the world. Yes, you feel the collective energy and you're helping to, like, that's mental. When you start to awaken to understand that, like when I was younger, youth, I had serious depression. I had all these mental health issues, and then I got chronic illness and all these things. Non-stop dark attacks, which I didn't know what they were back then. But I would say to my mom, I feel the weight of the world. I'm terrified. I was terrified to go out in the world, to be seen, to be in my body. It's taken me this long to get here. I'm lucky to be alive. No, not lucky. I worked for it. Fucking worked to still be here. And once you feel God's love, you realize this planet is heaven. It's absolutely incredible. Why would you not help everybody you see? How can there be homelessness? That's your uncle, brother, sister, cousin. How can there be that level of suffering in heaven? The religions, people say that, you know, their child got hit, at a hit and a run, they lose their kid, then they damn God for how could God let that happen? How could God let the floods? How could God let people be homeless? It's not God. It's those that have fallen from God that are orchestrating that all along to keep us dependent on them as they siphon our light and energy to keep us as slaves, unawakened little minions for them to live off of. They're living off of our tax dollars. They're living off of our energy. The TVs are programming everybody. I don't know how long I haven't watched TV for. I haven't had TV 2011. And back then, I mean, in the early 2000s, mid 2000s, I'd say, when I got sober in 2008, I stopped everything pretty much then. That was a really fucking hard time at age 25 to when people around me were not awake. And I was on my own journey alone. And I had YouTube to help me, really. And so now we're having a mass awakening. So those of us that came before and the ones that came for years before me, that was holding the light for me, now the star seeds, the awakened star seeds, and I say awakened, meaning you're open to all things. It doesn't mean that you're perfect and you're part of woke culture, because woke culture, the twin flame thing that they're making normal in media, like everyone has a twin flame. Megan Fox and MGK are twin flames. Twin flame everything. Oh my God, I met them. They've got to be my twin flame. It's the woke culture and the twin flame, what do you want to call it? Propaganda is to distract you from yourself, pull you away from the truth. And that's how they do it. So they use partial truth and then lies so that you believe it, right? The only way to navigate this, the masses that are awakening now, that we are here to support, to guide them back to themselves, to guide them back to God's love. That's who we're here for now. That's what the mission always was. Everything possible that they can try to do in the woke culture and the spiritual communities, and like, I could go on a bunch of topics. I'm sure I'll trigger a lot of you. Polyamory, bullshit. I'm sorry. Even if you're my friend, I love you. I accept your choice, but it's not in divinity, in my understanding of God. And that's not religious based whatsoever. I'm not against gay or a man dressing as a woman, like whatever the heck makes your soul alive. But the thing is, what are the programs running within you that you cannot accept yourself for who you are? The whole point that we are born is to accept ourselves for who we are. The love and divine union is between two people, no more. The society, the gender wars that they're creating, that gender is different from sex. Falsity. The understanding that we are a soul having a human experience, and now they're trying to distort the whole concept of what it means to be here, what the meaning of life is, what the truth about creation is. That's where the disclosure is coming out. And so as the truth is coming up, then yes, they're going to use the same terminology in the spiritual communities and those that are really connected with Christ consciousness. It doesn't matter how many false prophets, how many false things are out there, because when you tune into your heart, you will know what the truth is. No one can tell you otherwise. Fear is the only thing standing in the way from you and your truth and God. So making the societal norms of the gender, the transgender, polyamory, the spiritual community where we all have like cuddle puddles and like bullshit. Nope. We have divine love of God. We have our roles. Stay in your lane. You know what this means? It's having boundaries and discernment, understanding your own values, and everybody's different. And again, in saying this, I have no thoughts about any of the issues. It's like abortion, all the fucking things that they're making legal, making like not legal, giving women's rights. Like it's all a shit show. The money game, also a shit show. Money is energy. So our abundance is coming as twin flames. All you have to do is trust. You are your own leader. The love that is coming is unbelievable. I feel like we are speeding up so quickly. I did see in November the sky fill with ships, UFOs. I also saw Russia has a station underground in their land there that they are waiting to deploy, and not to blow anything up, but it's a plan in place that they have. All of this worldly stuff going on and all of the disclosure, twin flames, most importantly, are coming together and energetically, even if not physically. In facing yourself, what that means is a complete surrender to, well, it reminds me of getting sober. It's like pleasure in the sense of fake instant gratification type pleasure. What you have needed to let go in your family systems, friends, we're no longer trying to awaken others. That door is closed now. We're not bringing anyone with us that doesn't want to go. So either you're here or you're not. So twins I want to say a lot of us twins are going to be meeting too, because I've channeled this repeatedly. Venus, that we're all together, the stage, we're all together, all of the twins, the 144,000, those of us that made it, and the rest in spirit, joining together and blowing this world up with light. With light. Okay, I got a little off topic there just because I feel like that had to come through me. I had to address some of those things because, you know what? The pendulum is swinging. And so being opinionated, being filtered in what we're allowed to say or not say, triggering people or turning you off because of my opinion is no longer my problem. I'm all for people learning and exploring and going through these programs, figuring out who you are in your remembering, what gender you are, what sex you like. That's beautiful. Go on your journey, go on your experience, and come to your own conclusions. As twins, this is our last life. So we've gone through the forgetting so many times, trying to make sense of this world. Now finally realizing it never did make sense, and we were here to shatter it all along. Here to teach humans what really love is, to love you, regardless if I'm in your life or not. I love you. I love everyone. And there's a part where some humans have been taken over by dark entities. The clan of, we'll just call them elites at this point. I feel like the Lyran war is coming through right now, because I was getting, there's going to be so many Lyran children born with dense, not dense energy, but ancient, powerful energy coming into the planet, as well as new star beings. So we've united with a bunch of other planets. They've set their teams. So we now have, each twin has a teammate. Oh, teammate. It's like a guard. So they speak a different star language. So a new star language is going to be coming to the planet. When these beings came to me last week, I was like, whoa, they showed me each twin gets one of them, and they're almost like going to walk us down the aisle home. That's what I saw. It's like arm in arm. It's like, okay, we're here now. Yay, we're at the last length of the journey. They're speaking a different language. I'm like, okay, I can usually translate anything intuitively, but I was like, okay, and all I knew was that they were there. I could not understand them, but I trust them, and they're guiding us home. So as a twin, you will have that. So I'm just going to do these energy oracle cards. Oh my God. Tender embrace. Elephants are ancient as fuck, like us. It's like the cosmos coming together. It's like everything making sense, and the number is 22. It's the harmonization. If we didn't have duality on this planet, what would be the point? We're just love, right? So we're going to ascend this planet to a high enough frequency where there still is, you know, some duality. There's still going to be cold weather and hot weather, right? You can be wet and dry, right? Day and night, right? Sun and moon, right? Get it? Masculine, feminine, right? So even when we unify, we still have those reflecting polarities that we need to continue to love even more all of ourselves. Look at the blue and the shooting stars. So much healing will come to this planet when twins come together. Really, I'm going to tell you this. One twin flame, true twin flame union is all we need to heal this planet. And we've got way more than that. And we're going to have way more than that. I'm seeing 3 very prominent couples on each pieces of land. I see North America, Europe, and then Asia. I see a bunch of twins in Russia, actually, that are doing a lot of work. Asia has a very interesting energy in China. China, I want to say, has a lot of powerful souls there hidden in the masses. There's a lot of twins there too. They're going to be breaking out. They're going to be breaking out. I do see China having a revolution coming very soon. Yeah. Like people storming the streets. And they can come out with their AI machines and the gun, whatever, but they're going to go for it. China's going to go for it. And that's because of this twin flame inner union. So even if you're not a twin flame, you are an old soul. You have multiple soulmates on this plane. You are here to bring light and love and change this world equally. The twin flame just has a very specific mission with the most responsibility, I would say. Being creator gods coming in to basically resurrect our own creation, planet, and then going home to leave this planet, put this planet back intact after so many wars and destruction. The reason that God and the religions would blame God, like God, if God existed, we would never have any of these things on the planet, these horrible things. But what they didn't understand is that the fallen energies, the separation that we had a long time ago, even going back to like Adam and Eve, it was Adam and Lilith. Did you know that? Satan, Lucifer. Lucifer is the angel of light. Satan, the one that chose to go against God, to choose greed and power himself. That's what has been running this planet. That's why. Bringing our frequency down so low that all of the star family help that we could have had could not reach to us because our vibration was too low for them to get in, and they could not break universal law. So there's no blaming God for anything. Once God, creation, separated it into like, I don't know what beyond gazillions of star systems, cosmos, universes. After a while of separating so many little fragments, there's going to have some discrepancies, right? So it was pure here. And then there was a lot of other things that happened and broke apart. So breaking apart, then that separation then caused wars amongst itself, fighting itself, forgetting that they were one to begin with. So that's what this planet is coming to, and this is so beautiful. I see a divine masculine coming in and kissing the divine feminine's forehead. That's what he will do when he meets her. He'll know. You will connect in all the chakras. We can see each other. We can see each other, like I said, from miles away. We can feel each other. Let's see what other, that's beautiful. Wow. Tender embrace. August. There will be, whoa, 3 unions taking place August on the planet. Hawaii is also a profound place of love, I want to say. There's been a lot of dark stuff trying to take over that. So all of the high vibrational places like Sedona, Arizona, Stonehenge, surrounded by dark forces to try to undo all the stuff, all the work that we're doing as light workers, grid workers. They come around to undo it and try to like push people away or do these kinds of things. And that is no longer. So Hawaii, I felt, had a lot of stuff going on, but now Hawaii is going to be blasting love. I can't remember if Hawaii is one of the chakras of the planet, but I see a lot of love happening in Hawaii, if that's where you are also, which is pretty cool. There's going to be some happenings in New York also. I'm getting pretty big. Wow. Waking the lion. This is the divine masculine. This is the king. So there's no doubts. There's no fears. You just are. You're determined and you're clear. You're taking care of the women around you, but you're shifting gears to take care of yourself and focus on your mission solely. You're not chasing women. You're not going to get caught up anymore. And as I said before, to be careful in that, in the karmic, in the Jezebel, in the other little tests the masculines are going through, because I feel like the feminine have been through our tests already. I want to add something to that. I feel like there's something, wow. This was just on the top. I was going to switch decks. Sacred resonance. We've got the key. Look at the two hands coming together. Heart, love, world. World peace, world love. We are the key. The light is within. The Holy Grail is when Jesus and Mary Magdalene, the Christed consciousness, aligns within. The Holy Grail is within our hearts. It's not a chalice we must find. Ah! These cards are incredible. Coming together in power to save this fucking world. Sorry, my nose is super itchy. There's one more in this deck. In the coming weeks, you will feel more divine, walking in your king self, queen self like never before. I don't want to say there's like an arrogance to it, but I do kind of feel like that sometimes myself, and I don't try to be. It's more a sense of confidence and a surety within self that God's taking care of me. I work for God. That's all I need to care about. That's all I need to worry about. Little 3D things that can get annoying, or, you know, yes, that's still a thing. There's still traffic, you know. There's still going to be a lot of glitches with computers. I've been told by a couple friends lately, like, I need to wear tinfoil around me at all times because things are glitching nonstop. My phone shutting down, my brand new phone shutting down, my computer not starting, me losing things, like files that just disappear. Things just disappear. A tall tale. 35. I want to say 35 is the age of the masculine coming. You've lived many lives. Divine Masculines, you lived many lives within this lifetime. And you're finally going to get to sit back and look at your own story and read those, your own story, like your own story that you lived. And you're going to be like, phew, wow, now what? Now what is everything's brand new. None of us know. We don't mentally know, but we know. We just keep living it every second. So you may see a lot coming to you in the future, but you also don't know the steps, and it doesn't matter anymore. We don't have those worries anymore. But he's sitting up on top now, looking down at, look at this glorious land, look at this glorious people, animals, the sun, the just gratitude. He's finally having so much gratitude and forgiveness for himself, for not knowing better. This weekend, I experienced that very profoundly, where I had this divine love come in. I was in everyone's dream, the collective dream, and I could see myself and all I had been through with new eyes to bring me to a level of self-forgiveness I've never been able to reach. I would still say, well, I knew better. I knew better, and I did it anyways. But I was surviving. I had to. Maybe I could have made a better choice. Maybe I didn't have the energy to. Maybe I was too burnt out and I couldn't. That self-forgiveness is what we've been needing. We've been needing that this whole time. Ready to write a new story. The love story. No longer chasing girls, chasing love. He just becomes and he starts to write it. So as a masculine, I say this to my clients, but write out your love story. You know who she is. Write out what she looks like. Write out what she feels like. Write out the experience about when you first meet, what that's going to be like. I've had visions of my meeting my counterpart for years, and it's been the same one. I even had another reader tell me the exact story. I'm like, wow, you saw it. And so it's that dream, which has always been, that is coming to life now. Oh, and this card fell out and it's flipped over, and that'll be my last one from this deck. Awakening genius. This is like the Mayans, the Aztecs, the Rainbow Warriors. They're the star people. Hi, star people. 29. 29 equals 11. Twins. Our genius is coming on. So your ability to mentally process, understand the energies of things, move quicker, make quicker decisions, not attaching to outcomes. But I want to say also abilities of like artistic talents, writing abilities. All of a sudden you become an architect, you're like, let's build a house, and you just can do it. You do the plumbing, like you just figure it out. And it's moving at fast speeds, like as if you already knew how to do it, because we're getting our ancient lineage. We're getting access to it now. So those lifetimes in Egypt, we're getting access to. The star people that we are have access to high frequencies that are coming through in many languages. Like I said, if you channel star language. But also, it's like our receivers are so high in the dimensions that our antennas are picking up information 24/7 at rapid speeds that we're processing and integrating. We don't need to take the time so much anymore to like mentally think through it. It just is. It just comes right through and is integrated. I do see a lot of rest is needed though, like sleep as much as you can when you can. I know even I felt run down last week because I was moving so fast, and self-care is of utmost important right now, but these cards are fucking beautiful. I'm just going to do one from my yoga deck because I know I was getting really strongly Shiva energy last week or 2 weeks ago. Wow, I don't think I've ever gotten this card. Asana, the birds. So asana, if you know, is yoga, is the physical expression of yoga. This is, for me, coming to a place of embodiment, getting into your full embodiment with your body and your breath. Like I just said, rest. This is how we hold higher frequencies, especially as twin, and to allow this energy to penetrate through our channel into the earth, to activate the ley lines that the dark forces would keep going and running bullshit into, that we have to keep going and clearing. The ley lines are now streaming clear golden light energy. Like I said, as a physical note, physically we're going to be coming together into union, physically to be more embodied. So practice physical movement. You need to continuously move and release, breathe. I want to say a lot, being in a water a lot, like baths, and I've been going to lakes, oceans, whatever I can. I feel like cleansing, because that's also Lemurian energy going back into this water world, which we used to be. Technically, we're all on the bottom of the ocean. Have you ever seen it that way? Anywhere that isn't water, that's land, used to be underwater. Therefore, we're just walking at the bottom of the ocean. And Vata. Vata is too much air. So Vata is like dehydration, anxiety, spinning like the wind. And that's why it's so impairment, I'm mixing words. So important and apparent to really get connected to your body. Detox, cleanse, do a fast, walk barefoot, all the things that continue to do it. Like walk as a disciple of God. That's where we're at. Walking as a disciple, not getting caught up anymore. It's so fun to play sometimes in the 3D world. But when you know that, say your money, say, you want to go have a drink, or you want to go to a club, or you want to go buy some expensive purse at Gucci or whatever it is. Those things are great, luxurious things, enjoy. But when you know where the money goes, who it funds, where the things are sourced, it's hard to enjoy those instant gratification pleasures anymore. It's great to have good quality stuff, ethically made. It's good to support small business. It's good to support each other and stop feeding Walmart, grocery stores. I went to the grocery store yesterday and the prices were astronomical. The food's not real. I felt sick being in there. And the last 2 weeks, I've had a lot of things with my devices. I needed a new phone, I needed a new laptop, and I felt very sick going in to buy one because the lights, the gimmicks, they're trying to sell me all these extra, and then all these extra fees, all these extra taxes. The thing is, What are we paying taxes for? I saw this video and this lady refused to pay a parking ticket because she's like, it's my street. I pay for it. I don't need to pay for parking. How do they make all the national parks you have to pay and have passes? You can't park anywhere. You have to pay everywhere. Everything is like, who says that I can't go on that ancient land? Who, you're protecting it? Is that true? Is it? Are you protecting me from the food you're trying to make me eat, which is poisonous? Everything's about to change. Seriously, everything is about to change. The fact about counterparts. For some of you, there is a bit of a delay for physical. I want to say 3 to 4 months. It doesn't mean all twins are coming together this year, but there is a divine select few. As I said previously, I got 3 unions. In the next 3 years, there will be 6 divine unions. The rest of us are in union within ourselves and energetically with the person, still working out our stuff. But we're working on our mission, and we begin to work together by the end of this year. A lot of us. If we're not completely, meet and in love and the whole thing, then we're working side by side energetically already. We're talking telepathically. We may still be on the other ends of the earth. We can't get to one another. But the gap is closing in as we just went through this portal. And because of the breakdown, like in the disclosure and the things that are going to happen in the next 3 months, that's why we need each other more than ever. And so why we are going to have our soul tribe and the closest soul family that we have of our divine frequency. So you will maybe have top 10 to 15, and then the other ones are just a slightly different frequency, but they still feel like that. But I mean the ones that feel like home. I'm going to do one more from this deck, and then I'm going to let you go, because I rambled on a bunch of different topics here. Initially, I was going to come on here about twin flames and talk all about that. And I really wanted to feel into where everyone was first, so I went on these rants right now. The most exciting thing ever, though, is the support. Having more of ourselves, more of our fragments awaken, our ancestors within us, the ancestors around us, the star people, the helpers, the guides, the angels. We are in full team. So even alone right now, I've got a full team, more than that. I've got armies and teams, each one of us do. Now we have access and feeling to call on them at any time. So before, all we thought that we had was our mind to try to get us out of situations. And now it's that infinite possibility is just so much more real. It's not fantasy. We live in a Star Wars movie, guys. We're the Jedis. Temperance. Gosh. All right, Emily. Temperance. See, she's going to have a little glass. I want to say au jus. Why would I say au jus, French? She's going to just sit, be at peace, because she knows, and so do you. On a side note, I do want to say some human things. I'm just saying some things. So, twins, stand your ground, stay solid, be consistent. Even if you're going through a lot of physical. So I know some, like the tower moments are continuing for the masculine. So a lot of people are also having physical things come out. It's just all purging, all clearing, ancestral trauma, clearing all that stuff. If you're finally out of that phase, then be at peace. Be at peace. No more dramas. If you're going through it a lot right now, which I know some are, hang on, because it's almost over. I'm getting at the end of 6 months. This world will not be the same. More of us will be together. Weirdly, I'm seeing like there's going to be, yes, a false journey to the moon again. Why would they go to the moon again? I'm just seeing an astronaut. There's going to be, yes, I see the radio broadcasting all kinds of like UFO landing bullshit, trying to scare people running. I do see in the United States a frenzy. So like when there was lockdown in 2020, LA, San Francisco, Portland, there was a lot of riots and a lot of chaos. And that's what us, the twins, anchoring in the light, and then all of our star helpers and beings and all of our other starseed soul family that we're now together with, blue ray starseeds, gold ray starseeds, the Palladians, the Syrians, more Lyrans, more other types of beings. I want to say some of the Orion starseeds are finally going to get it. Orion starseeds definitely have struggled. They're a bit more AI oriented. They're going to kind of stay in their lane because emotionally they didn't come equipped with what we came with. And they're meant to be working in the AI field more and just stay there. So I just see a lot of the starseeds really coming into their acceptance of who they are and what they brought this lifetime. And that in these places, there is going to be a lot of chaos. The Orion starseeds are going to be holding it down on the AI front, while the angelic earth team, a lot of you are earth warriors, angelic earth warriors, you guys are going to be keeping the land keepers. The twins are anchoring the light. And the rest of the starseeds are going to be quickly cultivating community and continuing to build as the rest of the people are in chaos. Okay. I don't even know what the theme is for me to title this video, but there you have it. Anyway, so much love to you guys. This is a monumental time to be alive. Be in gratitude because it's what else is there to be? I mean, I know that you can be tired and have other emotions and other things, but it's finally having peace, knowing that we can go home, knowing that things are going to change. They just have to get a little bit messy before they do. There's going to be a rebuilding process, and that you're finally going to have the people in your life that you've been seeking and searching for that make sense for you to allow this next stage of the journey to be real pleasure, like not that fake instant gratification I was talking about, but so filling your cup with actual real love that you are seen. You don't have to pretend anymore. The miscommunication and the glitches that we've been going through, it's just exiting those environments. You will be exiting those environments. You cannot exist there anymore, period. Even if you go and live on a hut in the middle of somewhere, the guy down the hill with his goats will come and he will be star family. Like the only one that lives within miles. That's how it's going to go. So please know that it's all coming. Wow. And this card, I just got the booty. It's just divine harmonization and peace and love within self and excitement. And because we're coming into a lot of serious work, but at the same time, child's play. So let's fucking play, guys. We've been through enough. In between work, of course. Okay, much love.